And we escaped by the skin of our teeth. Crazy game, man, but hey, I'll take it, man. What were some of your takeaways tonight, bro?
And then Reggie Bullock, for all those that keep going after him, he righted his mistake tonight after turning over the ball. Well, not turning over the ball, getting the jump ball and then losing the jump ball, getting that huge turnover at the end of the game. But yeah, a lot of unlikely heroes tonight that I'm excited to talk about. Because of course, Julius Randle dropping another triple dub tonight. Love seeing that. RJ Barrett with a quiet 17. But we had some unlikely heroes like Alec Burks, Reggie Bullock, the man, the myth, the legend, Frank Ntilikina with the stare of the game.
With no point guards playing tonight, we had no Peyton, we had no Rose once again. He did show up at MSG, but he's still in the COVID protocol. We did start Frank at the point, but they started Bullock as well. And I thought Julius, knowing the situation, understanding that we didn't have our floor generals out there, he put his team first. He put playmaking first ahead of his own buckets, and he trusted his guys early. And I thought that was a huge difference, man. 17 dimes for Julius Randle tonight. Third triple-double. First time since Michael Ray Richardson, 1981-82.
He is the floor general, the captain of the New York SS shit for a reason, because he holds down the fort. He does it all. He's a man of many talents. He has many tricks in his hat. He did allow the Magic to go on a 10-0 run, despite them not shooting that well from the three, especially in the third quarter. So that was a little concerning. That was a little scary. I would have preferred this gap to have been a lot bigger when we pulled out this win, but we pulled it out. So I'm going to take a dub when I can get it, especially at home. But you're supposed to win games like this. You're supposed to win games at home, always defend your territory, always beat a team like the Magic, who are very up and down. They're very back and forth, not as consistent as I think people would like them to be. And when I say people, I think Magic fans would like them to be. Obviously, we're a much better defensive team than they are, and you're supposed to make it hard for them. I think we played a little bit more lax than I would like. But like I said, when it came down to it, we got the job done, and that's really all you can ask for.
Even with Julius's playmaking prowess out there, we know how our offense can get stuck in the mud. And especially without a true floor general, when it started to tighten up in crunch time, that's when the Magic came back into the game. And Fournier started going off. Mo Bamba hits a three-pointer. Vucevic starts going off again. So it got tight, man. It got tight. And CK, even though we didn't have our guards, Burks and Ntilikina came in and played their role, not from a facilitating standpoint, but Burks started scoring. He was scoring early, got us a nice and one. Well, he didn't make the foul shot, but got us a nice and one late in the game. And then Frank, the defense was there, solid rotations all night, but no points in that first half. And then he would end up scoring 12 of his 13 in the second half. And I thought that the guards, those two guards, ended up sealing it for us, man. They play well.
Yeah, Frank Ntilikina flipped the switch in halftime. I don't know if Johnny B or Tibbs or whoever, somebody slapped him upside the head in the locker room, because I didn't recognize this dude that came out in that number 11 jersey in that second half. We were expecting to see a lot more of the point guard play or the guard tandem of Alec Burks and Frank Ntilikina, but they were definitely more of the scorers for us tonight, as Julius Randle, like Ashley said, Captain Julius, did everything he needed to do tonight with those 17 assists.
I thought RJ set a good tone for us early. 17 points, 9 boards for RJ, 7 of 15 from the field.
9 God, baby.
1 for 3 from downtown, 2 for 3 from the free throw line. I loved RJ's activity out there, just once again, just imposing his will, knowing that the Magic really didn't have a tough defender out there to stop him. So RJ did a good job in that first half, man.
This is what RJ does. He's able to kind of get himself back in the game. We have instances from him, and people are critical of him, of the shots that he missed where he should have made them, the things that he does that he shouldn't have done, or the things that he doesn't do that he should do. But what he always does is he comes back each game better and prepared to work harder. And that is all you can ask for in your young superstars, to be. And RJ Barrett fits that criteria. He is always coming to play. He is always coming to prove that he deserves to be part of this team, that he deserves to be on the court, that he is consistently getting better and better every time he touches that ball, every day, every game. as the season progresses, and that is all you can ask for.
A couple of interesting defensive sequences down the stretch. Tibbs goes with Taj Gibson over Nerlens. He goes with Taj on Vucevic, and I think he did that because he wanted Taj, and the physicality part of it. I think he wanted Taj out there to kind of body him up a little bit. Vucevic did catch him on a couple of bad moves in that fourth quarter to bring the Magic back into the game, but I thought Taj held his own for the most part. And then offense, defense. I thought there were some questionable points where the Magic were making their run. The Knicks would come back, the Magic would take a timeout, and Tibbs would leave in Burks rather than swap back in Frank. We didn't see Frank from 3 minutes on in that game. And so I thought that was kind of interesting because I thought there was a lot of moments where Frank's defense was needed, especially when Fournier was going off. And I thought that was interesting part where he left in Burks and Bullock instead of bringing in Frank, who I thought had a good defensive game. So we didn't get corner boy Kev one look. It was the Alec Burks show in the second quarter. I'm not going to complain because
right. That's what I'm saying. Like, give him a pass. Obi playing every night. Yeah. Kevin Knox got out there for a little bit and then went back on the bench. Like, give him a pass.
I was more so hoping that he was just going to get some touches, bro. He didn't even get a
He didn't touch
shot.
it. Nah.
Yeah. Sometimes that's the give and take with Burks. When he has it cooking, he has it cooking. But sometimes he'll dribble the air at the ball too. So tonight was his night though. And when Viv says almost a double-double, Burks did. He had 10 boards. 21 points, 10 boards, 50% from the field. So it was a good night for Burks, man. Good shooting night for Burks.
I'm happy we won, but we just made it way harder than what it was supposed to be. We got a habit of being up by double digits and then blowing leads. But, the fact that we were mentally tough to come back and, get a 10-0 run in the fourth and win the game, definitely it was clutch. I would like to see RJ with the ball in his hands more because, he was just doing whatever he wanted. But, I would like to see him, do a little bit more. He's really, doing his thing. And obviously, Randle, with the triple-double, is Mr. Consistent. But, the one thing I am concerned about is the late-game execution. Obviously, we got robbed with Brooklyn. Philly, with the out-of-bounds call on Bullock, I thought it was bogus, but, it happened. We still couldn't score. And then this game, this is why we need a floor general because in the end, you can't have, Bullock, getting the ball and then getting double-teamed and then, obviously a turnover. So, that's why we need a point guard. Maybe Rose could fill that or maybe we can get it through trade or free agency, but we definitely got to we got to do something, bro, because the late game execution got to be better. And you can't give up a wide open three, where Burke gave up that wide open three. That's just terrible defense right there. But, for the most part, it's on the Philly, bro.
I mean, I did think down the stretch, he was saying that we got to figure out how to close. I mean, Randle had a couple clutch buckets down the stretch. You had Burks that got you almost finished the N one, got the foul and whatnot. Bullock had some buckets. So I thought even without the point guard, I thought we did get our buckets when we needed to down the stretch.
We're just gassed, man. I hate to make excuses, and I'm not a fan of excuses, but we're gassed. We're missing key players in key positions. Yeah. And I feel like it's just we saw that in Brooklyn. We saw that in Philly. We almost saw it tonight, but we were luckily tonight we continued to make our shots. And I agree with you, but at the same time, for the most part, especially in these last few games, we're just seeing the lack of our depth because of our injuries. I don't think we don't have depth. I think we have the depth. We wouldn't be surviving in games against the top two teams in the East if we didn't have any depth with the amount of injuries that we got going on with, two key guards for this team and our starting center, Mitchell Robinson. So I agree that, we handled ourselves well, but at the same time for Brooklyn and for Philly, we weren't able to seal the deal. Luckily, we did tonight off of a defensive play.
We love when we come back home. Chuck D said this the Terror Dome. So when you come up in here, you're getting beat up. Oh, you know what I'm saying? You ain't coming in here winning no games no more. That's 4 straight games. You know what I'm saying? We don't won in the Garden. You know what I'm saying? If we win every game on our schedule, we would stay. You know what I'm saying? 500 all the way year round. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good look when you're protecting your home plate. You know what I'm saying? And got to give it to my man Julius, the cornrow messiah. He doing his thing, you know what I'm saying? He put up another 3D, you know what I'm saying? He put up 10 points, you know what I'm saying? He put up what? 18, he put up 10 rebounds, 18 points. Yeah. And he dropped
17 times, bro.
17. That's Pookie. Yo, let me see them numbers. You know what Pookie said on that 17, so that's what it is. My man gave me a look and said, yo, during the pregame warm-up, he was out there, wasn't even shooting. He was passing the ball around to everybody, letting them know, yo, y'all got to be ready to score tonight. Y'all got to be ready to shoot because we down with them point guards, you know what I'm saying? So he said, I got that. I can handle it, you know what I'm saying, the assistant and dishing out to everybody. Y'all be ready to do your thing. And you got to appreciate, you know what I'm saying, the utility, man. Y'all don't know who that is? That's who I call Alec Burks. He's a utility man.
100%.
He do any and everything it is on the court. He can play the 3. He can play the 2. He can play the 1. He can play the shooting. He can play the point. He do it all, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want to go trade for nobody that's got 1 year left on their contract. I don't care if it's Alonzo. I don't care if it's Fourier. I don't care if it's none of them guys. I'm trying to get to the end of the season so I can see what we're going to do, because this is the year right here to build our team completely in free agency and the draft. A lot of people, they upset that, yeah, we ain't in the running for that boy Grant Hill, the young Grant Hill, Caden. We ain't in the running for that young Brogdon. That sucks. We're not in the running for that. Be appreciated of that. That means, you know what I'm saying, we getting better as a team. We getting high up in the ranks. We getting worse for picks. That means the team getting better. So, you know what I'm saying, appreciate that right there. I look for us to all have high picks, 20s and 21s and 23s and 24. That means we're making a lot of noise inside, you know what I'm saying, this league now, being where we're supposed to be, you know what I'm saying. I'm matching up to the franchise. The name is number one, but we got to get the roster up there too. And so right now, that's what's going on right now throughout, you know what I'm saying, this game right here. And I'm looking to knock Philly head off come Sunday. You know
we need payback. It's a payback.
I'll be around the building that day right there. We matched up with them real good. Just like Orlando always give us problems, we always give Philly problems too. But I got this as a revenge game, so we going to handle our business, you know what I'm saying, Sunday.